Okay, this is a 650 with a Westcoast pipe. Now this is on the X2, but the 650 SX and X2 both have that drain hose that goes off of the back of the pipe. Now on the aftermarket pipes, you block off that drain. So double check anytime you're running these. I like to run it on the trailer and put your hand on different parts. You should be able to take water once it's warmed up and drip it on there, and it shouldn't sizzle and boil off. They do get warm, but it's not even warm enough to damage the paint or powder coat. So the way that I have mine, the hose that comes from the side of the pump, it's a brass 90, and I like to take a drill bit and drill those out with the 17/64 drill bit, and that is your main cooling supply. So if you're running single cooling, that's coming in to the bottom of your exhaust manifold. So that goes into the cylinders, comes up through the head. Now if you have single cooling, it's coming out here, and on the stock pipe it just goes into that closest fitting, not to be confused with the small little pisser. Now this is the Westcoast. Different ones have different fittings, but on this one I have this fitting coming out and going into the front. Now off of the back of this Westcoast pipe, I have this hose. So the back in there comes out here and feeds into I think this is called the stinger. Now this one I also have it kind of set up where it tees, so there's a flow control. You can get these on Watcon, and so that kind of limits the water. There's like a spring. Some of them have adjustable. I'm not even sure if this one's set up adjustable, but you can adjust the flow in there, so you're trying to reduce the water flow into the water box. So on this tee, I have it teed, and it goes to one pisser. And then also on this, you could hook up your garden hose flush this side of it. So the top goes into the front of the pipe. The back of the pipe can go just to the stinger, and then you cap off the drain. Now some people run dual cooling. If you run dual cooling, you're tapping your exhaust manifold on both sides, and then you would cap the middle, and then you'd have a second exit on the cylinder head for dual cooling, and you could run that to a second pisser, I believe. I'm not an expert on cooling. That's how I have this one set up, so maybe that helps somebody.